one hot, dry summer in Zambia. The rain stopped falling. Soon the river stopped flowing and the grass stopped growing. Soon the animals were very thirsty and very hungry. The old rabbit had heard stories about a wonderful tree in the middle of the forest.
The rain stopped flowing. The wonderful tree where every animal's favorite fruit, so no animals ever hungry or thirsty.
The animals searched the middle of the forest and found a strange tree. It was not a palm tree or a banana tree. The animals did not know what kind of tree it was, so they thought it must be the wonderful tree. But it looked old and tired and thirsty, just like all the other trees in the forest. It looked like it would not wake up and grow anything until the rains came back.
I'm hungry. There isn't any fruit on it. Maybe we have to tell her what our favorite fruit is. Give me bananas. I want grapes. Give me mangoes. I want pineapple.
But the tree did not grow any fruit.
Maybe there's a magic word for it. I know the magic word. My mommy said the magic word is please. Mangoes, please. Pineapple, please. Mangoes, please.
But the tree did not grow any fruit.
Maybe please. Maybe it doesn't know we're talking to it. No more asking if the bananas were banana trees and the mangoes were mango trees, so let's call it by its name. Good idea. What is its name?
No one knew the tree's name. No one had needed the tree for a long, long time, so no one could remember the name.
Who is old enough to remember the tree's name? The mountain. The mountain has been here longer than the tree nor the grass. The mountain will know.
But the mountain was on the other side of the grasslands. It was far away and the animals were tired and thirsty and hungry. They all looked at each other and wondered who would go.
I will go. I am the bravest, so I will go. But only if I get the first pick of the fruit when I bring back the name.
So the lion crossed the grasslands in his quiet, creeping way.
Mountain, can you please tell me the name of the wonderful tree in the middle of the forest? Thank you.
The lion was very pleased with himself. What a famous hero he would be. He would wake up the tree and feed all the animals. He reached the big red rock halfway across the grasslands. He decided to stop for a nice, big
roar.
He roared the name right out of his head.
Roar.
He went slowly back to the other animals. They were waiting in a hungry circle around the tree.
So what's the name? Did the mountain tell you? What's the tree's name? I forgot.
The animals wondered who else could go to the mountain. Who else would bring back the name?
I will go. I am the biggest, so I will go.
The other animals thought that was a very good idea. The elephant had a very big head with lots of space to remember the name. They agreed if the elephant brought back the name, he could have first pick of the fruit. So the elephant crossed the grasslands in his loud stomping way.
Mountain, will you please tell me the name of the wonderful tree in the middle of the forest? Thank you.
The elephant was very pleased with himself. What a famous hero he would be. He would wake up the tree and feed all the animals. He stopped at the big red rock halfway across the grasslands and decided to stop for a nice long scratch. He rubbed his wrinkly hide up against the rock. He scratched the name right out of his head. The elephant went slowly back to the other animals. They were waiting in a hungry circle around the tree.
So what's the name? Did the mountain tell you? What's the tree's name? I forgot.
The animals wondered who else could go to the mountain. Who else could get the name and remember it and bring it all the way back?
We will go. We're the cleverest, so we will go.
The other animals thought that was a very good idea. After all, the chimps were very clever. So clever, they would certainly remember the name. Everyone agreed if the chimps brought back the name, they would have the first pick of the fruit. So the chimps crossed the grasslands in their bouncy, chattering way.
Mountain, can you please tell me the tree's name? The tree's name and the wonderful tree's name in the middle of the forest? Thank you.
The chimps were very pleased with themselves. What famous heroes they would be. They reached the big red rock and were so pleased with themselves they decided to stop and have some fun. They bounced and giggled the name right out of their heads. The chimps went slowly back to the forest. The other animals were waiting in a hungry circle around the tree.
So what's the name? Did you tell you? What's the tree's name? We forgot.
The animals stood hungry and thirsty around the wonderful tree. It still had not fed them.
Who will go now? I will go.
Who said that?
You're too small.
And you're far too slow. And even if you do, you'll never bring it back.
I will go.
And he did. He crossed the grasslands in his slow, steady way, one step at a time. Finally, he reached the foot of the huge rocky mountain.
Excuse me, Mountain. Can you please tell me the name of the wonderful tree in the middle of the forest?
Awangalima.
Awangalima, is that right? Thank you.
The tortoise did not feel pleased with himself. The tortoise did not hope he would be famous. He just said,
Awangalima.
the tortoise did not stop at the big red rock. He did not roar or scratch or giggle. He just kept going slowly and steadily, saying,
Awangalima, Awangalima, can you please wake up and feed all the hungry ants? Can you feed all of us?
The tree shivered and its branches creaked. Its tiny leaves grew wide and green. Its little hard buds blossomed into big bright flowers. As the animals watched, the petals fell. The center of the flowers swelled and grew into their favorite fruit: bananas, grapes, mangoes, and pineapples. Every animal in the circle waited politely for the tortoise to step forward. Slowly, steadily, the tortoise walked towards his favorite fruit, opened his mouth wide, and took the first bite. It was the most delicious, most refreshing, juiciest red grape he had ever eaten. The tortoise ate the whole bunch, slowly, steadily, one red grape at a time.